Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned in to my Basketball Wives recap. So first, let's give some shout out. Shout out to Chris Reflections, who is like, if Christian is innocent, why does she walk out? Why the tears? Why should she have stood up for herself and spoke her truth? Now I low-key believe Asia. That's how I was kind of feeling, because I'm like, I don't know if they edited something out, but the way she kind of stormed out of there, it just didn't seem right. And Just Read My Book was like, I don't like Kirsten's sister at all. She needs a smack in the face with fingerprints left. I don't like Bonnie Jill, and I'm not liking this new Malaysia. Okay, honey. That, I don't know, like Malaysia, I'm like up and down with her. Like some days I like her, some days I don't. I did notice that her hair hasn't, I think she got a new hairstylist or something, because sometimes it be looking real on point, but sometimes it don't. And back in the other episodes, I feel like it always looked on point. Like her and Brandi, I felt like they was always on point. I know that's super random, but it's a girl thing that I just kind of like recently realized. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the episode. So now Tami, she speaks to Reggie with her daughter and Jazzy. She's thinking about getting a surrogate. They are thinking about it, but her daughter's bringing up the bad stuff. Like the fact that things happen. Like, example, when the bow breaks. Or, for another example, a lot of Lifetime movies show the bad, which I'm a Lifetime movie lover, so I knew exactly what her daughter was talking about. So, they did check out a few people, like interview a few of them, but one girl was high, another one seemed like she was liking her Reggie, and the other one, she seemed kind of young, so it was nobody that was really a good choice out of the people that came for interviews. So, yeah, that was that. So they're going to try to look and see if there's anybody that she knows that can possibly do this for her instead. Saniyah meets with Evelyn at some high like fashion, not high fashion, but like a high-end nail salon. And she kind of apologizes for the way that she acted, and she just wants to prove that she's not really like that. And I'm just like, when somebody show you their true colors, you have to look, you have to watch, and you have to take it in. They could tell you it's something else, but you already done seen her in action more than once. So I don't know about all that I'm always professional type of thing. Like, what made this situation so different that you treated this girl this way? Like, were you just trying to stand out for the camera? Were you drunk? Like, why would I hire you? You know, if I had money like that, I'm going front. Like, I probably get it before her. But why would I hire you if I see that you act like this with one person? Like, what made it okay to treat her that way if you don't treat your other clients like that? You know what I mean? But supposedly, you know, she didn't want her to see her in an unprofessional light or whatever. So she wants to prove to her and have her come over as well as the other girls. Now we got this other girl they introduced us to. They introduced us to a whole ton of females this season. And half of them, I don't even remember their names unless I see the names in the caption. This one, her name was Hazel. She says that she's like, I guess her boyfriend, well, he's not even her boyfriend anymore, her ex. He's an overseas player. They got a little baby together. She's like doing some choreography. She's close to Tami and the other girls. And she also got a role on Empire. So I guess we're going to see her in the next season. I don't remember seeing her in no other seasons. Her face looked a little familiar. I feel like I've seen her somewhere. But I don't think it was Empire. She probably going to be Hakeem's new love interest or something like that. But we'll see. Anyway, so now Brandi and Malaysia, they go strolling down the hills. Strolling down their little street or whatever. And they kind of just catching up on things. And Malaysia tells her everything that's going on between her and the other ladies. And how Evelyn tried to say that she didn't invite her. But she was like, she wouldn't just go to a party or an event without being invited. She said that she got the email. That's the only reason why she went. Okay? So, Bonnie Jill, she's like super ignorant. Like... You and me both. Like, I'm not really feeling Bonnie Jill either. I just feel like she's like another version of like a Carly Red. Like, she's the person right now that's just pretends to be innocent. But at least Carly Red, she owns her crap for the most part. she like pretends to be this super quiet, I'm going to save the planet type of person. But then she's like instigating everything, you know, like, and then people are not looking, well, not, Evelyn is not looking at her like the evil person. She's looking at her as like an avenger or something. Like, this girl, she's doing the most. She keeps on putting her 2 cents in everywhere. She tells Evelyn, Tami, and Shawnee that Jackie said that Saniya was a liability, and she also said the things that she learned about Malaysia had said as well when they was all having their little lunch or whatever, which Malaysia already figured that she was going to do that. So Evelyn's like, oh, you know, I'm going to be messy today. So she feels like she wants to like bring all this up when she sees Saniya. Saniya's now having her little gathering with some little snacks and stuff. She had some little sandwiches that she probably didn't make. She also had a bartender. So, and she looks cute. Like, it was a nice little thing that she had going. She apologized to Kristen, apologized to the rest of the ladies for what had happened, what transpired when they was in Palm Springs. Malaysia takes that opportunity to address Tami about feeling some type of way about Brandi showing up. Malaysia tells them that she didn't know that she was a +1, but it was funny because the way she was saying it to Evelyn was she didn't know that she was a +1. She was like, well, you came with Jackie. She was like, so yeah, you were a +1. She was like, well, I didn't know I was a +1. But I thought she said that she got an email. So I'm not getting where Malaysia got confused. You know what I mean? Like, girl, did you or did you not get the email? Because right about now it's sounding like you didn't get an email. You just assumed because you're part of the show that you was automatically supposed to go, I guess. So yeah, now they was talking about Brandi and stuff like that, and she was like, she asked Evelyn, like, well, first of all, her and Tami was getting into it, going back and forth, and I'm just like, here we go again. Like, Tami, I feel like she be doing the most, because she was kind of coming for her. She said some word incorrectly, and Tammy's just like, oh, you're not saying it right. You sound stupid as F. I'm just like, Tami, like, you're acting bad childish right now. So then Malaysia, she's asked Evelyn, like, why, I don't understand why it was that you felt some type of way, because you never really had any issue with Brandi anyway. And she was like, yeah, I kind of did, because the reason why I was told that I was coming is because she was no longer here. I was like, damn, I mean, that is kind of a weird place to be in. Like, you're here because we kicked her out type of thing. You know, she asked the question, so everything was coming up. I was like, damn, this is like stuff that you say in private when nobody's watching. Like, the whole world's watching right now. And she was like, I was actually under the impression that both of you guys were going to be here. She was like, why not me? And she was like, something about substance. And I was like, damn, this is embarrassing. This really is. So then she says, what do you mean? Like, and then Bonnie Jill feels like it's the time to interject herself and say, yeah, like women that have careers and are successful. I was like, well, that right there, like, that would have got me on my nerves right there, honey. Like, first of all, you're brand new. I've been here for like 4 seasons, 5 seasons. Don't come telling me women with careers, like, get out of here with that. Don't butt yourself. And Malaysia did get upset with her a few times because she's like, why are you interjecting? So then she's like, Shawnee says, well, you know, we did have a discussion. I'm like, well, hot diggity dog, here it all comes. Like, Malaysia's acting like she ain't know what she was talking about. She's like, we did have a conversation in private before about this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, damn, Malaysia's day's a number, honey. And Malaysia says, well, you don't have substance either. I'm just like, now, she was like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, the cattiness. Like, it's just kind of like high school. I'm like, Malaysia, what are you doing? Don't get fired from your job like your friend evidently did. I mean, lucky enough, she still gets some cameos because she still hangs out with you. So that's the way she's still on the show. But other than that, it's like, I mean, I guess I see what she's saying. But what exactly is it that Evelyn's doing right now? I don't see her talking about her businesses or anything like that on the show. Most of the things that I see her talking about is like some type of drama right now. And same thing, well, I guess because they have those IVF issues and things like that and miscarriages, I guess they feel like women can relate to them somehow. But I guess Malaysia isn't that relatable right now. She doesn't have a husband that's a basketball player at the moment. She doesn't really show much that she's doing to help the community or anything else. So I guess I see what they're saying. Jackie says, well, guys, let me know what is the underlying issue here, because I feel like if I'm in it, I need to know. I'm like, why are you putting yourself in something where nobody's even talking about you? Nobody's saying anything. But it's like you want to be a part of the drama because you're not in it at the moment. So she went ahead and said that. And Evelyn's like, well, you know what? Actually, there are things that you said about Saniya. And then Jill is like, yeah, you said that you didn't like her and then you hang out with her. She was like, if you don't like somebody, why would you hang out with them? And I'm just like, Jill, why are you even getting into this? But I find it funny how Jackie seemed like she was trying to fight Jill. Like, I'm like, Jackie, you doing the most. Like, I feel like she be mad extra when she knows she ain't trying to fight nobody. There was so many opportunities that she had if she really wanted to hit Jill where she did it. Saniya was like holding her at one point, but I felt like she was already right here. You waited until Saniya came to like pull you back. I know if that was me and I really wanted to get somebody so badly, I would have dead snuffed them right there as soon as I got close. Like, you know, I would have leaped, jumped, did some Superwoman, Batman type of move, you know, in order to get them if I really wanted to. She wasn't trying to do it. Like, she wasn't really trying to fight. But she was just trying to get hype and just kind of make a scene. And Jill, she, like, why you didn't do that when Evelyn said what she said? Because Evelyn was the first person to say something. Because you know Evelyn would get hyped right back with you. But you picked a person who's a little more quiet, a little more calm, and you know it's probably not going to fight you back. So I felt like that was stupid. Jill just ended up being over it. They all wanted to like sit down and have like a little talk or discussion or whatever. And Jackie, we already knew she was already in her little mood, so she wasn't going to really be too much of a good participant in this little conversation that they was about to have. So Jill was just like, I'm over it. Like, she's a grown woman. She's trying to leap at me because I said something. Like, Jill, and don't get me wrong, Jill's not innocent in this whole thing. Like, Jill pissed me off because she butts herself into things that she don't need to be a part of. You don't even know anybody like that to be jumping into their business, to be jumping into situations that they've had going on for a while, or to even really say anything. Like, who asked you? That's number one. But number two, I feel like Jackie was definitely in the wrong because you just picked somebody that you thought you could beat. And that was just it. That's it. But that's pretty much the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.